With us tonight is a Florida entrepreneur and entertainer. He's here to add a new dimension to our thinking and help us understand why impossible is not a word. He's so sure that impossible is not a word, he wrote an entire book about it. David is the president of SAC Theater Co., one of Orlando's best entertainment companies. He has served as an entertainment show director for Walt Disney World in Orlando, directed several shows including Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor, Comedy Warehouse, and The Adventures Club. In addition to personal and professional coaching, he teaches improv and team building, creativity and development workshops for corporate clients and small businesses. Let's give our best Florida DECA welcome to Mr. David Russell.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dave Russell. Everyone say, hi, Dave. Oh, wow, feels like the biggest AA meeting ever. As you were told just a moment ago, I'm the president and one of the founding members of the SAC Comedy Lab, which is in Orlando, Florida. Is anybody here from Central Florida? Has anybody ever been to the SAC Comedy Lab or seen shows? I see you waving your hands, but I can't really see you. Let me hear if anybody's ever been there. Yeah, good. All right, all right. Yes, it's in Orlando, Florida, right in the heart of downtown. For those of you who haven't been there, have you seen a show on TV called Whose Line Is It Anyway? Familiar with that? Well, great. That's the style of improv and entertainment that we do. And actually, the breakout star from that show, Mr. Wayne Brady, actually got his start at the SAC Comedy Lab over 25 years ago, and look all he's done. But let me give you a taste of what we do at SAC. So take a look at this. At SAC, we just make it up as we go along. We have no scripts there. And first, we're going to have a little bit of fun. We make something from nothing at SAC, and then we turn it into a show. And tonight, I'm here to talk to all of you about your life and your journey and how you can seemingly do the impossible if you will adopt some of the skills and techniques and philosophies and strategies that improvisers use. So we can't bring the whole SAC Comedy Lab here today, but I was able to bring one of my fellow improvisers. His name is Chris Dinger. Give him a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Chris. All right, so we're going to do a couple of things of improv kind of throughout my talk here tonight, and we're going to start off with something called a word-at-a-time story. We're going to tell a story together, but we only each get one word at a time, and we're going to go back and forth. We do a mic check. Can we hear you?
Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay,
Very good. We just need something for this story to be about. So what is something that happens in a story, in life, or in public somewhere? Stocks is something that happens in life. Hey, what's happening in life? Stocks. So we're going to talk about stocks.
Word at a time story. Here we go.
One
day,
Bernard
had
a
vision
that
he
could
be
rich
as
all
get out
if
he
wonderfully
invested
in
the
stock
market
in
full.
So
He
took
his
wallet
and
went
to
the
stock
market,
handing
them
all
his
money
and
giving
them
everything
for
perpetuity,
buying
all
those
stocks
in
the
Apple
stock
market.
he
Went
back
to
the
house
where
his
mother
was
living,
reading
the
newspaper,
and
she
looked
at
the
stock
price
of
Apple.
It
was
up
50,000 points
every
second
for
3
years.
Bernard
Knew
that
he
was
now
we're rich
enough
to
buy yacht
in
Guam.
the
Only
thing
he
wanted
more
than
richness
was
love.
the
Girl
who
lived
with
him
his
girlfriend
proposed
to
him.
and
Now
she
and
him
live
happily
in.
Bithlow.
Yeah, that's it.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yes. Let's get some people to help us with one more.
All right.
We're gonna do one more before we.
Two people. Two
yeah,
or
we
one?
need two people. One,
Okay,
one
let's
guy,
see.
and
You,
how about a guy and a girl?
and
That's a guy. Come on upstairs, up here, guy.
I need a female. I need a girl.
You can come up here or use the stairs. I think he's got one. You got one, Chris?
Do you want to help us out? Come help
Hold
us out.
on. I think I've lost him. Where is he?
What's your
Bring
name?
her up to the stage.
Victoria?
What's your name?
Okay. All right.
Jalal?
see. Can you
Very
come
good.
This way?
What's your friend's name, Chris?
Huh?
What's her name?
I didn't hear it quite well. Azaria.
Wow, great names. We have Jalal and Azaria.
right.
Give them a nice round of applause. Come on. That's right. Let's see some support.
right.
You guys, and we have you as well.
Some guy just came up on the stage for some
Okay.
reason.
We'll put you to work somehow. What's your name? Lucas is going to be in this as well. We just make it up as we go along.
Right, yeah.
All right, Jalal, you're going to work with Chris, so I want you to stand behind Chris.
Okay.
And Azaria, you come over here and you stand behind me. There, you stand behind me. So Chris and I are generally going to be acting in the scene. But we can say all the lines, but we can't move our bodies, and that's what we need you guys to do. It's called moving bodies, Azaria. No, we're going to put you to work, so you just stay right there, and I'll think of something.
He's
for you to
realizing
do.
right now that we didn't need a third person.
We're going to make it work. So you guys are going to move us around. So Azaria, stand behind me. And for example, if we wanted to wave to the back, go ahead and move my hand and wave me to the back. Go ahead and you can do him, Jalil. Azaria, I don't feel like you're actually touching me yet. Okay, there we go. That's okay. That's the idea. Very good, Azaria. So very nice. And look, Jalil, wherever you leave us, that's where we'll stay until you move us next. All right? Now, one of the trickier things is the walking mechanism. So let's try that. You just take a leg, Azaria, and push it forward, and that's a step. And then if we have
Whoa.
another leg, that'll be another step. So go ahead and try that. Very good. And then try the other one. Very good.
You can lift it.
And then,
Usually, yeah,
okay,
both
good.
legs will create a walking.
Yeah, you can go back, and I hope that you
Yeah.
will go back because I'm about to walk off the stage. So take me back. Good. Okay, good. All right. Very good. That's the idea. So you're going to provide all the movements for us. Lucas, we have to think of something for you to do. If anybody flies in the scene, if there's ever any flying, you're going to have to assist either Jalil or Azaria. You're going to have to help whichever character it is start flying.
Which means apparently someone will be flying in this
I hope
scene.
someone will be flying or it'll be a long ride home for Lucas. Don't worry, Lucas, it'll happen. Now, Chris has a job that requires lots of tools and manual dexterity. What might that be? A what? I heard a plumber or an electrician. Do you have a preference?
I heard plumber first.
How about a plumber-electrician?
Sure, I can
Because he
do both.
can't make money at either one, so he does
Yeah.
both. All right, so we'll incorporate plumbing in this at some point, all right?
Okay.
So we're going to start this theme from a countdown from 3. So everyone help me count down. 3, 2, 1.
I'm at the door. Knock, 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 knock.
Oh, there's somebody at my door. I better get over there right away.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll just let myself in, apparently. I'll let myself in.
Say-
I'll just walk right through the door. I didn't
Sorry,
even have
pause,
to open it up.
pause. Azaria, go stand over there for a second. Lucas, come over here. If anybody has to fly, you're going to help.
I've just busted down your door.
Lucas, if I move forward, move my feet first. Thank you. All right, here we go.
Let me grab my tool bag. Got it right
Get
here.
the door here. Open the handle of the door.
Oh, no, the door's already been opened, sir.
Oh,
That's-
sorry. No wonder. I saw that doorknob on your chest.
No, that's my nipple. Thank you
might
very
wanna,
much, though.
I want to get that checked out. Hey, nice to
Pound it out.
shaky hands. Shaky
All right.
hands.
Shake the pound.
Yes.
That's
Very
right.
good. And thumbs up.
All right, what kind of problem you got here?
I have a problem right over here.
Over
right
there?
over here.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, that's a big problem.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry. Sorry about the mess in here. I know there's a lot of clutter. We want to get to the bathtub, but you're probably going to have to fly over there. So fly
okay.
over there.
Well, good
Azaria, we're going to need you over here.
Good thing I have my...
Okay. See, I just showed you.
I'll fly over there as well. I'll fly over there to meet you.
Hurry up, my arms are getting tired.
All right, well, that was sort of unnecessary.
I guess we didn't need Lucas anyway. All right, what do you think? There's water coming out of that thing there.
Let me get down real close and look.
Yeah.
Take a look. I'll take a knee here.
Take a knee.
Ah, yes. I see. Yes, this valve here needs to be shimmied.
Exactly. I'll just take that out of there. Thank you very much. And I'll throw it over here.
Oh, wait a minute. You hear that rumbling?
What's that rumbling?
There's a rumbling. There's pressure. There's sewage water flying everywhere.
I gotta go backwards.
There's sewage water getting all over your canned goods.
Why can't I go backwards like I used to?
I'm gonna have to get my wrench. I left it over there.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly, I guess. I'm gonna fly.
Very good.
I'm flying to my wrench.
Thank you very much. We'll stop there. Give them a nice round of applause. Azaria, Lucas,
Hey, nice job.
and Jalal or Jalil? Jalal.
Nice.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice big hand for Chris helping us out there? Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Now, a lot of people ask us when we do shows, they ask us how we can bear to do that. How can you get up on a stage? Oh, good. Yay. How can you get up on a stage without a script, not knowing what you're going to say or what you're going to do, and just to go flying off the seat of your pants there? And, well, the answer to that is actually quite simple. To be honest, it's all in your perspective, in my opinion. Whether you think things in life are impossible, like somebody saying, I could never do that, it must be impossible, or whether you think things are possible, you're probably right. It's all in your perspective. So, impossible or possible, of the two, which would you rather? So, in fact, I want to check here. How many improvisers do we have in the room here? Do we have any improvisers? Nobody's raising their hand? Oh, let me ask a different question. How many of you have ever had, what do they call those things? Oh, a conversation in your life? If you've ever had a conversation, raise your hand. Guess what? You're an improviser. You didn't plan ahead. You didn't know what you were going to say. You just waited for the other person to say something, and then you actually responded to that in likely fashion. You didn't have a script. Do you believe it's impossible to do impossible things? Do we have any skydivers here? Raise your hand if you're a skydiver. When you skydive, you go from 15 or 20,000 feet? What's that, about maybe 3 to 5 miles? Do you think it's possible that you could skydive from 128,000 feet, over 20 miles? I want to show you a little video of some impossible moments. Take a look at these impossible moments. That guy consumes way too much Monster drink, but here it is again in slow motion. Check it out. It seems impossible. Yeah! And there it is. Look at these surfers. These waves are so big that these surfers, they have to use a jet ski to get up on the wave. Take a look at these. These are some monster waves. Look at that. Look out! All right, this next one's going back only a couple of weeks. Super Bowl LI, what is that, 51? Check this out, Julian Edelman. Check out this catch. Oh, it's a catch. And not only was that impossible, but they came back from a 28-point deficit. This guy's Felix Baumgartner. He's 20 miles up there. He's out in space, jumping, look at that. 128,000 foot free fall and skydive, landing safely on the ground. There goes that chute. That must be his dad. He's so happy. How about this for an impossibility, ladies and gentlemen?
Donald Trump is the president of the United States.
Winning.
What do you think of that?
Unreal.
Unbelievable.
Election we have ever seen.
Hey, you know what?
What
Love
started
him or
off
hate
as
him, this was
unlikely,
amazing. Not only the presidential
impossible
campaign, but
is now
all the way through the
reality.
primaries.
Donald J.
Impossible,
Trump will
impossible
become the
after
45th
impossible.
President of the United States.
Here's the dude perfect guy again. Check out this shot. from atop a very tall building.
And you already know.
Look at that! Impossible, I don't know. He's so happy he was jumping around, he accidentally jumped off the building. I'm so sorry about that. We didn't want to show that one. So, now do you believe it's possible to do impossible? Don't ever let anyone tell you anything's impossible. And don't let something seeming impossibility keep you from moving forward on it. In fact, there's a simple two-step process to turn impossible into possible. Let me just see. All you have to do is put a space here and an apostrophe there. And look at that. You go from impossible to possible. All right. I need a volunteer from the audience to come up here. I need some. Wait a second. Hold on. This guy here. Do you have a vision in your life? Do you have a dream, a vision? Come on up here. Give him a nice round of applause. You're going to help me out with something. First of all, what's your name? Leo? All right, ladies and gentlemen, give Leo a nice round of applause. Leo, first of all, let me see. I think come over to this microphone. We'll see if this microphone is. I want you just to tell people real quickly, what is your dream or vision in life? What is something you hope to accomplish? Go ahead.
I want to work on Wall Street.
Just like that story we did about stocks. You want to work on Wall Street?
Yes.
All right, well, come stand over here. We're going to give you a vicarious journey through your vision, your dream, your goal, as if it's a visual representation of your journey. This ball represents you. So hold on just a second here. I'm going to just make sure. Here we got there. There's a little side there. You got some eyes. Good thing you have those. Nose and a mouth. And your name is Leo? Leo. All right, so Leo, this is you, and this is, see? And they said it was impossible for me to draw things. All right, Leo, this is going to represent you, so you're going to hold on to that. But we need some milestones on your journey, and they're going to come from this audience somewhere. Now, I think, hold on a second. Where's Chris? Chris, where are you? Okay. Hold on, we're going to do this democratically. This is Chris back here. If you're sitting Chris or forward, and you have a birthday in March, stand up. If you have a birthday in March, stand up. We got several over here. March birthdays. Okay, keep going. Okay, stand up. That's it, just stand there. All you got to do is stand there. All right, so good. So Leo, these are the milestones on your journey. Stay standing, all of you milestones there. You now represent milestones in Leo's journey. Leo's going to get his vision started. He's going to come out here, and he's going to toss that ball. He's going to make its way over to one of these milestones over here. From there, you're just going to kind of watch it happen, but your ball, you have to get from milestone to milestone. We got to touch every standing milestone in this audience from this side all the way over to this side in order for your journey to be complete. So come on down, Leo, and get your ball going over there. Let's get it going over there to someone. Get it to that guy over there. Go ahead, get it to one of those guys. Very good. All right, now get it to someone else who's standing, and then when you're done, sit down. Give it to someone who's standing. Just right next to you would be good. Yeah, that one's an easy one. How about behind you there? Very good. And look behind you. Got to get it to that guy back there. Leo, this is your journey happening. Wow, bounced right off that girl's head. All right, let's move this thing. How about just get it back to one of them. Get it to that lady over there. And now to that girl up there. Very good. Leo, you're moving now. Let's get it to this guy over here. And then we got about 3 more. How about this guy over here? Very good. This guy back here. Very good. You got it. These guys up here. Leo, come on over here. That's the last one. You're going to get it back to Leo. Oh, that's a nice representation of your journey. Come on, give him a nice round of applause. Leo, when your journey is done, it's time for you to show us that your long journey. Sorry, you guys are sitting too far back. Go ahead, sit down. What about me? All right, Leo, you're going to dunk it in the basket, and that's going to be the completion of your journey. And then, of course, as you saw, the dude perfect guy. Wait, I'm not done with you yet. Yeah, as you saw the dude perfect guy, you got to do your celebratory dance. It's very important to celebrate your accomplishments. I want you to do your dance and let out a nice loud cheer just like the dude perfect guy did. Go! Good, let's hear your cheer. Give him a nice round of applause. Hold on, Leo. It's a can of Monster drink. Maybe if we try you again, you'll be a little more energized over there. Woo! Give him a nice round of applause. I want to just break down the process a little bit of the illustration so that we can kind of see how it is, how we can build something from nothing, how you can see your goals and dreams and visions come through. And I'm going to prove it to you with a little bit of science. as I mentioned before, when we do an improv scene, we build something from nothing, I said, but actually that's a little bit of a lie. It's not really nothing, it's nothing but potential. Now, I'm sure you've heard people talk about potential. Oh, he's got nothing but potential. And it's just like that way with our improv scenes as well. But it's not it if somebody's got potential, but it just stops there, right? That potential has to be converted to, well, I'll call it action or kinetic energy, and then it can actually become something. So transforming the potential energy into kinetic energy, it's starting to sound like your science class, isn't it? When two improvisers are on the stage to start a scene, there's not nothing, there's lots of potential, right? It's the potential made up of all the things they've ever done or studied in improv. It's also everything they have in their imagination. And the same is actually true for you. Your potential is made up of all kinds of things. Once again, it's everything you've studied to get to where you are and prepare yourself for the future that you're going to be. It's everything you've done and experienced, including the growth you get from all the lessons learned and the mistakes made. And of course, we're talking about all the ideas that you have swirling around in your head and the ideas that are going to come to you in the future. So how do you get there? From the potential to the kinetic. Well, in improv, we have what we call a yes and mentality. It's a universal mantra among all improvisers everywhere. If you went anywhere to an improviser and said, hey, tell me about yes and, they'll be glad to. They'll talk your ear off for an hour, and they'll know exactly what you mean. If someone offers something in a scene to somebody else, ideally, there's acceptance of that offer. That's the yes part of the mantra. It's a two-part mantra, the yes and the and. So let me give you an example. Chris, are you around somewhere? Going to give you an example of how this yes works. All right. So I might make an offer to Chris, and I might say, Senator McMillan, the president is ready for you in the Oval Office.
I'm not a senator, and this is not the White House.
Okay, that's not exactly what I had in mind. But I told him to say that because I wanted to show you as an illustration. That's called blocking. Did you feel that? I made an offer to him, and he put a stop to it. Just kind of basically destroyed any premise that I had set up, and we're stuck there. We can't move anywhere else. That's why we adopt this mantra of yes and, so that we have somewhere to go. Let's try it again. Senator McMillan, the president is ready for you in the Oval Office.
Thanks, Mr. Vice President. I will take these national security briefings right into the office.
Very good. So not only he's accepted my offer, and now we can start moving forward, but another great thing, if you notice, after accepting my offer, he made an offer himself, which was great. So now I can accept that offer. We can go back and forth, and we can actually build something. Thank you, Chris. Give him another nice round of applause. Thank you. So it's that back and forward of offer and acceptance that's really helping us get to where we need to be. It's transformed our potential energy into kinetic energy. And we're just constantly making choices as we're in our scene that promote forward movement, and we're avoiding choices that are going to inhibit forward movement and progression of the scene. So that's very similar to your journey. You'll be making a series of choices through your life, and every choice is going to have either one of two effects. It's either going to help you move forward towards your vision, goal, or dream, or it's going to inhibit forward movement for you. Either way, it's your choice. All right, I want to back this up with a little bit of science here. I'm going to refer you back to I think it's like 9th grade science class. Sir Isaac Newton and his laws of motion. Anybody remember Sir Isaac Newton's first law of motion? An object at rest will remain at rest, you remember this, unless or until acted on by an outside force. And then we interpolate that further to say, therefore, an object in motion stays in motion unless or until acted on by an outside force. All right, so I'm going to just give you an example of this. I'm going to take this little ball here, once again, as an example for us. So we've got this ball. Let's say this represents, again, you on your journey. This ball is at rest. So you are, I don't know, you're sitting on your couch in your underwear, eating Cheetos and drinking chocolate milk. Nothing is going to happen, nothing's going to go on until what? Until an outside force is acted on this ball at rest. So this is where action is required on your part or someone else's part. So once this ball is in motion, according to Newton's law, it should stay in motion in perpetuity unless another force is acted on it. So we roll that ball there, and what happens? It doesn't keep going forever. Come on, you said it would go forever. What happened? What up, Newton? Why did it stop? That's right. We got gravity and friction in action. There are invisible forces in our universe that actually will inhibit and diminish the power of our action eventually. And this is just like in real life. No matter what action you take, eventually it's going to kind of diminish out. It's going to lose its potential. But again, we can just before it stops, I can just get it started again. I can get it started this way. In fact, if I keep doing this, before the stoppages happen, it will actually look like this ball is in perpetual motion. And I can keep this ball going forever until, look at this. Yes, as they say in life, stuff happens. That's right. There are inhibiting forces at work. Not only are there inhibiting forces that are natural and man-made, there are some inhibiting forces that are human-made or human-controlled, but so we're stuck with those, and we have to work around them, but don't worry, we can find ways to do that. In fact, just as many of those inhibiting factors there are, there's actually human potential, human energies at work that are going to help you and can work to your benefit, that you can work around all these inhibiting activities. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Chris. And so eventually you can get around and take care of whatever you need to do, and all your efforts will come to pass. There's great potential for that. So if you are being your own benevolent partner and working with others to help you move forward in that forwarding fashion, you can actually be unstoppable in your endeavors. So your job, it's simply to continue making choices. Remember, maximizing the choices that are going to promote forward movement. Even though things happen against you, you got to minimize those choices that are inhibiting forward progression for you. And don't be fooled by that old adage, there's nothing I can do. There's always something you can do, my friends. Remember I said before about action being required on your part? If you don't do anything or fail to act, action is still going to happen. Some force is going to be acted upon you, whether you like it or not. No one is left stagnant or in that suspended state or sedentary state for too long. It's just how our universe works. And I know at times it can feel overwhelming and you can feel stagnant and stuck, and so you choose not to do anything because you don't know what to choose first. This is a call to action. It's a time to act. You've got to say yes. You've got to do something and step out there. Now, in the movies, there's a moment like this. It's right after, it goes from the point between Act 1, which is the setup of the movie, and Act 2, which is all the action and the obstacles, on the way to the final climactic moment and the victorious end. This moment between Act 1 and 2 is sometimes called crossing the threshold. The protagonist has to do something to get the story moving forward, but it doesn't have to be that big. Let me show you some examples of this crossing the threshold. This is Fellowship of the Ring.
This is it.
This is what?
If I take one more step, it'll be the farthest away from home I've ever been.
Come on, Sam.
This is crossing the threshold, literally. When he takes that step, he's in a new world. Would he say yes to this journey if he knew all that was going to happen? If he knew all about the orcs and the wizards
Dangerous business.
and the internet trolls bothering him, accusing him of being Frodo's gay lover, no, he wouldn't have done it. Look, here we are. Remember this, 1935,
Yellow brick road?
when munchkins were little people
Follow the
and
yellow
not
brick
donut
road.
holes you get from Dunkin' Donuts.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
And there she is following that yellow brick road.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, follow, follow.
It's a simple step. She's getting a little dizzy, having to go around and around that thing. Star Wars, the first one. Luke is at an impasse. His family has been destroyed. Everything he knows has been taken away. But he's got a vision. And what's he going to do to step forward? What's he going to do to cross the threshold here? You can see C-3PO making some Jawa s'mores there as Luke goes and talks to
There's
Obi-Wan.
nothing you could have done, Luke, had you been there. You'd have been killed too, and the droids would now be in the hands of the Empire.
I want to come with you to Alderaan. There's nothing for me here now. I want to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
And so he decides what his vision is and what's the step he takes. They get in the land speeder and they go on their way.
Rocky?
All the way. We're
Do you
gonna
believe that America is the land of
to
opportunity?
Alderaan. Rocky, remember this movie? It was 1975.
Although Creed does. And he's going to
All
prove
he's
it to
gotta
the
do is
whole
say yes,
world by
and
giving
then
an
he's on his
unknown
way.
a shot at the title. And that unknown is you. He picked you, Rocky.
He's going to say yes, but we have to keep asking him. The director has
it's
to
the
keep saying,
chance of a
don't look at
lifetime.
the camera, Rocky. Don't look at the camera.
Pass it by.
Don't look at the camera, Rocky. All right, so he says yes, and that's all that we have to do. All it is just a little step that you need to take. It doesn't have to be anything big. In fact, you don't need to know everything that's going to happen. You don't want to know. You can't know. But it's very important that you just step forward and you do something. You've got to step out and act somewhere. All right, now I'm going to get Chris out here to help me out. Is he around? Chris, I need you to get somebody to help me out here. Chris, someone, maybe a 5'4" or under. Can you find me someone?
Oh, you want to? Yeah, come up. What's your name? Or there's stairs over there, or you can take the hard way. It's fine. What's your name? Rachel. It's Rachel, everyone. Give it up for Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Rachel, you have a very important job. Dave's stripping. Take it off. Okay, Dave is just going to take his jacket off to make this game a little bit easier.
Yes.
So Dave, much like the last scene we did, he can do all the talking for himself. However, he doesn't have use of his arms for this, so you are going to be providing his arms. So go ahead and stand right up here for us.
Just stand right up here for me.
And stick your hands out just like this to everybody.
But you back up a little bit. Back up to this line right here, if you don't mind.
Dave will step right in front of you.
And then, see, we're going to be working together. What's your name again?
Rachel.
Rachel, all right, Rachel.
Okay, so you're going to be providing Dave's arms. He's going to be an expert in this scene. Now, we're going to get a feel that...
Hello. Yes,
Dave
I'm very expressive with my hands.
Yeah, so you're going to be very expressive with your hands. You can do whatever you want. You'll work together. And we're going to interview Dave on a field of expertise. So
wonderful.
What I need is, what's something like an occupation your grandfather or grandmother had? What is that? In the Army. Okay, so Dave.
In the Army, yeah.
Something involving the Army.
Oh, Army is so exciting. It's so exciting. I'm just twiddling my thumbs.
So I'm going to bring you to our presentation now. This is our interview presentation. Hi.
Hi there.
My name is Chris, and
hello,
we have a special
welcome.
guest here. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello. My name is. Hi there.
Hi. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
My name is Brigadier General Army Schwarzenharfer.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to try to repeat that.
No, Army Schwarzenharfer. Don't worry about it.
German.
It flows trippingly from the tongue, only if it's this tongue.
Good. Now, tell us about when you first took an interest in the Army.
Well, let me think. Oh, I remember. It was several years ago. Exactly, it was how many years ago? It was how many years? 10 years ago.
It was 10 years
10 years ago. 10 years ago. I was only about this tall. About 10 years.
Oh.
Wow, I had a growth spurt.
You did over the last 10 years.
Yes, I did.
And what inspired you about the Army?
Oh, let me think. What I liked about the Army, number one, was the way that people have to march. I like marching because it's really good to get from one place to another.
Right.
By marching, yes, it's very good.
Right.
And it makes you tired and sweaty. Look at me sweat. Can you see the sweat dripping? And then I like sleeping. We call it bivouacking.
Yes.
Yes,
okay.
yes, so I enjoy that as well. You work a hard day, you're out there in the Army fields, and then you get to rest at night. Whew.
Now tell us, it's different when you're in training versus combat mode. Tell us about the stuff that you have to wear, the gear you have to wear.
Well, you have to protect these parts of your body. First of all, you have to protect this area here, your pectoralis, your chest muscles. So you wear Kevlar. You have to protect this area here.
Shoulders and chest and
your
face.
Your eyes and your forehead. You have to protect that. And most importantly, you have to protect your shoulders.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I heard you were wounded at one point. You want to tell us where you got wounded?
I got shot right here. On my shoulder. I can barely
You
reach
must be double jointed. I don't know how you actually physically do that motion.
I couldn't before the wound, but now after the wound. It destroyed all the ligaments in my arm, so now I can reach everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, where do you see your contributions to the Army going?
I think that we have done so well in the Army. There's going to be nothing but peace from here forward. It's nothing but peace. People are going to love each other. There's going to be peace. There's going to be heart-shaped love. People are going to love each other. They're going to work together. They're going to build things like we can. One thing on top of another, just like that. Right. See, we're moving forward. We're building something.
I would like you to end with this. I know there's that famous Army cheer that you do. Maybe you can do that big Army cheer that we know.
Yes, the Army cheer. This comes from the heart, people. This one's from the heart. Think about going to war. We should do it nevermore.
Oh, it's a poem. Okay.
You should do something else. What the hecka? Like, why don't you join the organization DECA.
All right, give it up for our Army expert.
Thank you, Rachel.
And give it up for Rachel.
Hold on, Rachel. I have a gift for you. Look at that. It's an autographed copy of my book. Oh, she's always wanted one of those.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again, Chris.
Yep.
Don't go far. I'm going to end with one more scene from you. Give them a nice round of applause. All right, very good. I got to grab this yellow ball again because I got to tell you, it's not all pretty in life. You know, sometimes this happens, right? You ever feel deflated? Mm-hmm. Yes, things are not going as well. If you haven't experienced now, I guarantee you're going to experience it at some point in your life. It feels like a moment where it's impossible to move forward. But you know what? You don't have to worry because that's not the only ball that you have in your stockpile. In fact, look at that. There are many more balls that are there. Each one of these balls represents another opportunity for you, another goal, another vision, another dream that you have to work before. And it's important that you will take hold of these and letting them go for you. Let me take one of these balls and show you. If one of these balls pops, it's easy. You can just pick up another ball. If you see one pop, all you have to do is keep moving forward, and you can rest assured and you can believe that there'll be another one there for you. A lot of times, if you'll find one, or maybe, look at that, the next one will find you. And it's even possible, and maybe even likely, that at some point in your life, are we going to do this? Try it again. At some point in your life, you're going to be juggling several balls at once. So go ahead. We'll try that again. Yeah. Oh. You guys got happy and I lost it there. But that's the idea. You don't want to juggle too many balls there because you can lose focus with all of them, and that wouldn't be good either. But I want to bring Chris back out here in just a second. But before he comes out, I just want to talk to you. I want to give you a little gift. This is a gift you can think about to maximize your relationships. If you want to have good and strong relationships in your life, there we are. All right, I call these the AAA keys to success, ladies and gentlemen. These are going to help you in all your endeavors. It's almost a guaranteed way of having positive, fulfilling, long-lasting relationships if you do these three things. And they all start with A. The first one, as we've talked about, you've got to be agreeable. You've got to generally be agreeable type person in your life. Have you ever known anybody who's been termed disagreeable? It's really hard to get a relationship going with that person, and it's even harder to keep a relationship going. The next one is accepting, just like we do with yes and. I have to be ready to accept things that partners offer in relationships with me if I'm looking for those relationships to build and go somewhere. So I have to say yes to the things that are offered to me. But this one might be the most important, my friend. Attending. It's one thing for me to accept the offers of somebody, but I need to do my part. I need to make some offers back in that relationship. If I don't make offers back, and my partner, they're going to feel like it's a one-sided relationship. I don't know if you've ever experienced a one-sided relationship, but it's not a recipe for a long-lasting relationship. So with these three things, it's possible to have very successful relationships. But if you really want to be true to it, I have to add one more, and that is you have to be authentic in your choices, all right? You can't just go on about and say yes to people and not really mean it. Your yes has got to be yes. You got to be true when you're when you're accepting someone's offer, and it can't be for just what you want to get out of that relationship. And you need to do your part and make accepting offers that can be accepted by your partner. That's really the way to have a full-fledged, well-rounded relationship. I call this the quantum vision. And what is the quantum vision? Constant forward movement where you are never stopped. And I'm going to put in parentheses, for long. Even though things work against you, you can still pick it up at any time. In fact, when you're working your quantum vision, when you're moving forward, even though things bad happen to you from time to time, and you make bad choices or mistakes, you're back on track with the very next choice that you make. All right, I'm going to bring Chris back out here, but I'm going to send him out of the room. We're going to do one more thing when he comes out here. So, Chris, you got to go and leave the room, and I'm going to get some information from these folks that you can't know. This is called a crime endowment, my friend. So what's going to happen is I'm going to get some information from you. That's a crime that he's committed, and then he's going to come back here, and he's going to actually confess to this crime. So hopefully he's out there. Okay, so we have to talk a little bit. So we start with something kind of plain and ordinary that somebody does in life, and then I'll make it wacky. So what's that? No, we're not going to do something actually criminal. Something we're not going to do that. Just something mundane that somebody might do every day in their life. What did you say? Dog training? Laundry. So I heard that. And so he's doing laundry. I'm almost out of time here. This is going to go fast. I'm going to go over just a minute or so. So he's doing laundry, but where's he doing it? An unusual location. He's doing laundry not even in a house. Where's a place not even in a house? And what'd you say? Good. He's doing laundry at Save-A-Lot. And let's say he was with someone who was, what are your initials, your first and second name? DB. It's somebody famous who shares the initials D and B. Who is it? Somebody famous. What is it? Somebody famous who shares the initials DB. What is it? Dat boy. Okay. Somebody said dat boy. I think we'll take it. So Chris was doing laundry at the Save-A-Lot with dat boy. He's going to confess to all these things. So on the count of 3, everyone say, come back, Chris. 1, 2, 3. Come back, Chris. All right, we got to do this quick because I'm already out of time. Yeah, come on back, Chris. Come on up here, and are you ready to confess to your crime?
I'm ready to confess, ready to cooperate.
All right, if he gets close to some things, I want you guys to go ooh and ah so he knows he's getting close. And if he gets one, I want you to clap so he knows he can move on to the next one. So, you're looking pretty fresh there.
Yes, I was taking a shower.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
Yeah, you must have got dirty. You must have got dirty doing something.
I was mud wrestling.
Oh,
I do that all the time.
Were you wearing stuff?
Clothes.
Oh, yeah, and so even that had to be
dirty.
Yeah, it must have been.
Oh, because I had to do some laundry. So
oh, yeah, yeah.
So I was doing laundry.
But it's where you were. That's the problem.
I was in the laundry room.
No, of course you were not. You don't have enough money. You lost your job.
Yeah, I was canned.
That's why you go there to do all your shopping.
Oh, the office?
Well, there might be an office there. I think there's an office in the back. You didn't have to spend much money?
No.
All your hard-earned money?
Oh, all from my bank?
Where you keep it? Where do you keep it?
Oh, in my bank account.
Which one?
My checking.
Oh, I wish there was another one.
Savings.
Oh, this is about now. Well, now I'm getting it out of you. Where you were?
But
a bit? Just a bit?
I was in a lifesaver?
No.
I was in a life savings.
No, we got to talk about the place where you were doing your laundry.
Oh, where I was.
Yeah, did you actually did that with the money? You were able to
deposit it?
Well, in order to what? You already said the word.
Saving?
Yes, but not a little.
A lot.
Oh, really? So where were you?
Oh, I was in Save-A-Lot. I was in Save-A-Lot. Okay,
That's
I'm sorry.
right.
I know that's illegal in Florida.
Everything's been easy up to this point, but it's who you were with.
I was with Oprah Winfrey.
No, wrong gender.
Donald Trump.
Well, maybe a little older, but we know the gender.
Oh, him.
And
yeah,
so
I was
we
with
call
him.
If he was young, we'd call him.
Young man.
No, not even younger than a man.
Oh, a young boy.
Oh, forget the young, but
boy.
What? Which one?
George. George.
No. Oh, look at that! It's flying around there.
It's a bee.
Little bug.
It's a fly.
It's smaller than a fly.
A gnat.
Oh, what?
A gnat.
Oh, wow! I like the sound of that.
I was with boy gnat. I was with Nat Boy.
Oh, now we just got to change the first letter. This one?
This one.
This one? No, not this one.
That one.
Oh, let's get a little more urban. Just change the first letter.
Oh,
like you're from the streets. We don't say.
Dat.
Oh, so now why don't you confess to the whole crime? Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Wait,
you got it.
Okay,
just go ahead.
fine. I was.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. I was doing my laundry, and I was doing it at Save-A-Lot, and I was with Dat Boy.
That's right. Get him out of here. All right. Well, thank you all very much. It was great. I really thank Jamie for letting me come here. Thank you. Thank you. Give Chris a nice round of applause. Thank you, Chris. If you guys want to find out more about what I do, go to thequantumvision.com. You can buy my book if you're there. We'll also have a table out there. Thank you all for coming.